Deuteronomy 32 is a song that nobody can learn, right? The Christian church doesn't know it, but only the 144,000, right? And this is because what John says in Revelation 14. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written there in their foreheads. Right, so they have the father's name. The father's name is Jehovah. The Christian church doesn't know this at all, because they just think that Jesus is God and the Father and all these things at the same time. The Messiah's name is Yeshua. He comes in his Father's name, Jehovah is salvation. Right? Since they don't know his name, they don't know the new song of Moses, Deuteronomy 32. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. So only those people will learn it, right? And so you have 3 billion to 4 billion Christians, right, that call on the name Jesus. If all of them were calling on the right name, they would be able to learn the new song of Moses. But then the question is, why is there 3 to 4 billion of them, right, when it says 144,000, right? It's automatically not them. These are they which were not defiled with women. So you got to go learn what the key of David is, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. They have their ear nailed to the door. You have to learn the key of David. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. The first fruits are called during the springtime. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. Okay, so this is the group of people that can learn the song. They have no guile, right? And so then when you look at the Christian church, they have 50,000 denominations, right? 50,000 different doctrines, 50,000 different Christs, right? As Matthew 24 tells you. So if there's 50,000, either one of them is correct or none of them are correct, right? A lot of guile. So now this is Deuteronomy 32, verse 1. Give ear, O heaven, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender earth, and as the showers upon the grass. So when you read Isaiah 44, when you read Joel 2, this speech, this doctrine, this rain, it's the Holy Spirit. It's the latter rain, like it's poured out in the first month of the Hebrew year. The grass, those are the Gentiles, the people. Right in Isaiah 44, Jacob will spring up from the grass, right? And so they're going to spring up because, verse 3, because I will publish the name of Jehovah, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. Right, so Jacob, how shall he arise, for he is small? He's going to arise because the people, the watchmen, are publishing his name. Right, and you learn in Isaiah 52 that the whole world is blaspheming his name. This is Isaiah 52, verse 5. Now therefore, what have I here, saith Jehovah, that my people is taken away for naught? They that rule over them, make them to howl, saith Jehovah, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. Therefore, right, because people are going to declare his name, therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. Right, they're going to learn that because you see in Romans 10 that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. But then Paul says, how shall they believe unless somebody is sent? Right? And how shall that person preach unless they're sent? And how shall they preach whatever? And then so he quotes this in Isaiah 52. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of them that bring good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. Right? These people are going to be posting the gospel. That's what the gospel is, the good tidings, which is the refreshing of the Ten Commandments. It's the renewing of the Ten Commandments, them being restored. And so these people, they're thy watchmen, right? The watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice shall they sing, right? They're going to sing the new song of Moses, which nobody else can learn, for they shall see eye to eye when Jehovah shall bring again Zion. Right? Jehovah brings again Zion. They're called to the throne, right? The first fruits unto God. And then so back in Deuteronomy 32, and so now checking the Septuagint, which is very helpful in reading this sort of thing. So verse 42, going to the very end now. I will make my weapons drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. It shall gut itself with the blood of the wounded, and from the captivity of the heads of their enemies that rule over them. Right, that's Isaiah 52. So there's those people, right, they're ruling over them, and they're making these people to howl, to scream, to yell. Right, and those people, they're blaspheming his name. And then it says, rejoice, ye heavens, with him, and let all the angels of God worship him. And so this is in Revelation 12. But like that verse before, right, that's Isaiah 52, and that's also Isaiah 28, right, which talks about Ephraim getting trodden underfoot. And so when you go to where these places are quoting, like Revelation 12, you see that this man-child is born and is called to the throne. And then in verse 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right, and this is at the same time in Revelation 18, verse, I think, 20, where Babylon is cast down. Right, Babylon falls. And then so now when we hop over to Psalm 96, we see the context of what's happening here. So verse 10, say among the heathen that Jehovah reigneth. Right, the watchmen shall lift up that voice. They're going to say, thy God reigns. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Let the heavens rejoice. Right, Deuteronomy 32, verse 43. And let the earth be glad, and let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice. And you see in Isaiah 61, which Yeshua quotes, he quotes to the middle of the second verse, right, talking about the acceptable year of the Lord. Then he stops there in Luke 4, because he knows that there's going to be these people that come later that are going to be declaring the day of vengeance, and when those that are mourning will be avenged. Right, that's talking about the new song of Moses. There's people that are going to come later that are going to be singing the new song of Moses, which means that they're going to be performing it. Right, the watchmen, the 144,000. Before Jehovah, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with his truth. Right, he comes with his saints, right, the 144,000. Before that happens, right, they're called to the throne. They're called trees of righteousness in Isaiah 61. And so, like, we're learning this song at straightasthegate.net. So you better go check out that website and start joining the Sabbath gatherings and start going to the Twitter spaces every day.